Hello good people and welcome to another Kaizen video. Now, if aliens came to this planet, the very first question they'd ask us is, show us your leaders. And to that we'd present them with the likes of Donald J. Trump and William Samoei Ruto. And they'd be very disappointed in us because surely from a population of 8 billion people, there has to be better leaders than that. And then naturally the next question they'd ask is, show us your best in automotive engineering. And to that question, you'd think we present them with the likes of the Ferrari LaFerrari or the Bugatti Veyron. But I have something else in mind. I think we should show them this. This is the 1993 Toyota Land Cruiser 70 series. And it's the very last word in reliability. In fact, you can't spell the word reliable without Land Cruiser in it. Toyota is known for making reliable cars, and this one is the best one of them. If you're building a car, there's many engine options you can go with. If you want something cheap, easy to manufacture, you can go for an inline 3 or an inline 4. If you want something that balances power with size, you can go for a V6. If you're a bit of a show-off, you can go for something like a V8, V10, V12, W16, and that's fine. But there's one other option, an engine that's properly balanced, an engine that makes just enough power for its function without being too loud or too shouty. An engine that's spec'd exactly how God intended engines to be spec'd. So, guess which option Toyota went with? Yes, this is a proper gentleman's car. So it's an inline 6 engine, 4.2 liters, naturally aspirated. It makes about 130 horsepower, which might not sound plenty, but this one is a diesel. So it makes plenty of low end torque, which is why, despite that low horsepower number, it still keeps up with those hooligan Subaru boys when it's used as a police car. It sends the power to all 4 wheels, these 2 included, through a 5-speed manual gearbox with 3 range settings and a center diff lock. The suspension on this thing is solid axle, both front and rear, coupled with leaf springs. So on the road it's pretty uncomfortable, but this thing is very capable off-road. A very classic Land Cruiser 70 series look with these rounded headlights over here. So it's Toyota badging. It's Toyota badging here, and it's the Toyota name itself, not the symbol. And because it's a diesel, there's something to remind you over there. I like the chrome accents at the front here, and as you can see, this bumper is made of stainless steel. Looks really, really nice. The wheel arch flares out like this, which looks quite nice. Yeah, I like the front of this thing. Right, let's look at the side profile of the Toyota Land Cruiser. There's a very long nose on this thing, which means this thing can breathe underwater. Land Cruiser badging on the nose, which looks really nice, and more Toyota Land Cruiser badging on the side here, so that I guess you don't confuse it with a Nissan. Yeah, so this is a pickup truck. As you can see, this side has a canvas top. I like the chrome accents on the doors and on the side mirror. Looks really, really nice. Yeah, I like the side profile of this thing. Let's look at the interior. Starting at the door here, as you can see, the door lining is done with something that looks like a cloth material. And these are the pockets you have over here. It's obviously aftermarket, but it's been done really, really well. It looks like the pockets from your trouser. Right, the interior of the Toyota Land Cruiser. The steering wheel is nice and big, but it's also very, very thin. So it feels very weird to drive coming from your modern cars. The gauge cluster is nice and analog. As you can see, the engine redlines at 5,000 RPM because this is a diesel. It makes plenty of power down low, so you don't need to rev it hard. You have a fuel gauge and your engine temperature gauge over there. It's a manual, so you get 3 pedals. This is how you operate your 5-speed manual gearbox, and this is your range selector. So it has 3 range settings on it. It's a manual handbrake, which is always nice to have. Yeah, so some AC controls over here, a nice aftermarket infotainment system, and an extra fuel gauge for your extra tank because you need an extra tank on this thing. Yeah, so this interior feels really, really nice. It feels very, very 90s, but very comfortable. Right, so the Toyota Land Cruiser. I can't promise you that this one has not been used by the police force to harass civilians, but what I can promise you is absolute reliability. If you believe in reincarnation, you will die and then reincarnate in the year 3020 as a dog, and this thing will still be alive to make sure that you die again. Right, so if you want this one, just find the number in the description and we'll talk about how you can own this exact one. That's been it for today. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.